recording. Oh my gosh,
I can
Doug,
edit
you're
it.
so,
Just
you're
rutsch a
so
little.
speedy.
There we go. Get close like we like each other.
Okay.
That's a blooper reel right there.
Yeah. Hi, and welcome back to Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. My name is Chris LaRose, and this here is Douglas Maidenford, our resident Pennsylvania Dutchman. Wie bist?
Ich bin all recht, Bube.
You have anything you want to say before we get rocking and rolling?
No, I'm enjoying a nice cup of coffee this morning.
All right. Well, we got a question. This question is on an old-fashioned letter.
They wrote a letter.
They wrote a letter.
Holy cow.
And it's in cursive.
Oh my God, can you read it?
I hope so. I'm just under the wire that I'm old enough to know how to do it. All right, so Kevin Schock of Howard, Pennsylvania.
Oh my God, yeah?
Says, "Hi, Doug and Chris.
Yeah?
Boy, do I have a question for you. I went to the doctor the other day, and he said I have some old man questions for you."
What? Yeah?
Well, first off, he said, I'm going to need bifocals.
Uh-huh.
I'm at the age now that I gotta get bifocals.
Uh-huh.
And then he asked me, how many times do I have to get up and pee in the middle of the night?
Uh-huh.
Which leads me to think, what are some of the transitions our grandfathers had to deal with? And how do you deal with them?
How do you deal with getting older?
Getting old. And he says, I'm getting old.
I'm getting
And
old.
I mean really, really, really old.
Well,
He's really, really, really old.
well, we wouldn't know because we're young. Young and beautiful. People say they like to watch our videos because we seem to never age.
Oh, do they say that? I think you're making that up.
Well, Kevin, it's like you're my brother from another mother because...
Do you know this guy?
Well, maybe, but I have to say this. This exact same thing happened to me not that long ago. Last year, I was at the eye doctor, and I went in, and I've worn glasses my whole life, ever since I was in kindergarten. And I got done doing the eye exam, and the eye doctor said, well, I didn't think it would happen, but you passed. I said, what do you mean? He said, I thought for sure I was going to be giving you bifocals today. I said, oh, come on, I'm only 40-some years old. And he said, yeah, you made it this time, but next time. And then he whacked his finger at me.
It's like you did something wrong
And
as a
I
kid.
sat there. I had that moment sitting on the
Next
chair.
time you won't get away with
I
it.
didn't feel bad. I had that moment for the first time in my life where I was confronted with an old person, in my mind, an old person's thing. You know, I'm no choking. I'm 43 years old. I'm young. I feel good. I'm active. You know, I eat pretty healthy, I guess. I don't think about I don't feel old. But man, when that eye doctor said that to me, I thought, bifocals. That's what my grandparents wore.
Are you going to hold out or are you going to do it?
Well, I have to go to the doctor here in a couple months, and well, if I need them, I gotta get them. But I do have to.
I don't know.
No, I'll tell you. In the year since, I've noticed I can't. If I need to read something, I gotta pull it away, and I never had to do that before. So I think he's right. I think it's coming. And I had that moment where I was like, "Oh man, I'm getting old." And then, son of a gun, Kevin's right. I had my yearly physical, and normally, no issues. And I didn't have any issues this time either. Everything was good. The blood work was all good. But the questions the doctor was asking me were different than questions he asked me before. And one of them
like
right
you did
there.
Something wrong when
one of them, exactly what Kevin said. One of them, he said, well, Doug, how many times do you get up in the middle of the night to pee? And I looked at him, I said,
excuse me?
I said, I don't. He goes, oh, good, okay. And then he moved on to the next question.
Well, let me know when you do.
But I was thinking to myself, son of a gun, that's an old person's question. What is happening here? I guess you can't stop time.
Well, I guess not.
You know, this thing, I don't get up in the middle of the night to pee, but I know about that. I belong to a hunting camp. And whenever we're all there,
it's a rotation.
You got 11, 12 guys, and they're all old. And in the middle of the night, we got this screen door that you can't close it slowly. The son of a gun just slams every time. Well, from 10 p.m.
Wham, wham.
to 5 a.m., it is a rotating door. All these old Pennsylvania Dutch boys, they have a good time Friday night. We drink some beer, we play some cards, and then it's like 10 o'clock, you hear the screen door slam because somebody went out to pee. 10:15, fwap. 10:30, flap. 11:15, flap. And it's all night long. You can't sleep because all you hear is the screen door slamming all the time. And all that is these old guys going out in the middle of the night to pee.
You know.
And then they'll get up for breakfast and we'll sit at the breakfast table and they'll start talking about all these old problems that they have. Oh, hey, last night I only got up 3 times in the middle of the night to pee. That was a good night. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, holy cow, 3 times. 3 times. Only 3 times. And then some guys are like, oh, that's 5 or 6 for me.
Now, I want to know, do you think these guys are playing like bathroom roulette, where like they're laying in bed and they're thinking, I really don't want to get up again.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe I'm going to try to run it, and if they try too hard, they end up piddling the bed.
Well, yeah, I believe it. I don't know. I'm not at that point yet. But
I feel like that's something
I'm the kind of guy like, I don't want to get out of bed, but your bladder tells you otherwise.
I think that's something my dad.
There's all these
done.
like,
he was somebody that was so stubborn that I think he would have held off on getting bifocals for another 10 years before he had to.
Yeah.
And I bet you he would have refused to go to the bathroom more than 3 times a night.
Yeah, I know people like that. I don't think I'm gonna be like, if the eye doctor says, Duck, you need bifocals. Well, then I'm going to say, okay, well, it is what it is, right? This is what this is. So Gates, that's how it goes sometimes. I'm not going to be that stubborn. In this case, I'm not going to be that stubborn old Dutchman and be like, nope, He's a willing old Dutchman. I am young and able. No, I'm going to get the bifocals. I might not like it. Well, but I'm going to get them.
Now, does this affect, obviously I'm not of that age bracket where I got to worry about any of this stuff.
You're getting pretty darn close,
But now I want to know, do you have to plan your trips different? So you're thinking, I got to stop at this, 3-star restaurant, and I'm going to stay at this 4-star hotel, and, I'm only a 4.5-star pooper, so I'm only stopping at this restaurant.
I am not at that point yet, but I wonder if older people think like that. Like if
they're going, their bathroom experience.
They're going on a weekend excursion and they're driving, I don't know, maybe it's a 5-hour drive. Do they think about, boy, I got to plan around an hour and a half in, I'm going to have to pee.
And it always takes longer than you think it does. Every time I go on the road trip with the girl, she's like, well, if we stop at this place, it's going to be, 10-minute stop. I'm like, you don't know that every 10-minute stop's 30 minutes.
Well, maybe, but I don't think that has anything to do with being old.
Yeah, but if you gotta pee every 30 minutes, and then that's a 30-minute stop, you could add 15 hours to it.
Yeah, it might take you next week to get there. But I think what Kevin's getting at is, I think you get that, he's reached this point in his life where he has to now accept the fact that he is old. And that's hard. Real. And we mean really old.
really old.
And I think that's really hard for people because that's like, think about it, that's a huge step, right?
Well, now what other transitions do you have to deal with?
I don't know because I'm not old yet.
Well, don't you have any old friends that have some more?
I have lots of old friends. I know that, getting bifocals, for example. Maybe losing your hair. Well, I already lost
I lost that years ago.
Yeah, we did that years ago.
I did that at 16. Maybe I got it out of the way.
Maybe you can't hear as well. Mobility issues. I don't have that. But I think it's more this mental aspect of you either have to embrace it or you push back, right? And like anything else in life, I think the longer you push back, the harder the transition then becomes.
Well, how exactly do you push back on getting older?
Well, for example, I'm not wearing those old bifocals. I'm not gonna do it. I know people like that. I work with people right now that don't need bifocals. They don't wear glasses, but they need readers now. And they'll say all the time, I'll see them holding papers this far away, and I said, put your readers on. No, I don't want to put them on. It makes me look old. Buddy, that ain't the only thing that makes you look old. Trust me. And I think it's hard for people. Youth means you're alive.
So you're saying old is a mindset, not a
I think for sure.
Number.
Well, it's maybe, yeah, of course. Same like, look, I can wear bifocals and still feel young.
Yeah.
That's my personal take on it. I could wither away and say, yes, now I'm in bifocals and I'm going to slow down. I'm not going to be as active. I could take that route, but who would want to do that?
It makes me think of all those articles you see online, the ones that pop up whether you want them or not, and they talk about 10 things you shouldn't wear now that you're 40.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's ridiculous. That they have lists of things.
Agree.
Oh, now you hit the stroke of 40, you can't do this and this and this and this and this anymore.
I agree.
All while it's coming from a trendy website.
I truly believe age is just a number.
Now, who's the youngest old person you know?
Who's the youngest old person I know?
The oldest young person.
The youngest old person.
Yeah, like an old person that you wouldn't be able to tell is 90 because they're bopping around like a 50-year-old.
I'll tell you what, my grandfather, up until he hit about 92, that son of a gun was way more active than I am at 40. And he was 89 years old out shoveling his snow and mowing his grass, and he was moving. He was on the move all the time. And if you guys out there knew my grandfather, and some of you did, you know what I'm talking about. And I was a mindset. I mean, he was 90 years old, but he didn't think about it that way.
I saw that the other day, too. I was at a diner, and I saw these two older gentlemen talking to each other. The one was all hunched over and slow and achy.
Yeah.
And the other one was, standing upright, walking around, no problem. And I thought the one was going to be, 65 and the other one going to be 85. And I found out it was switched.
Flipped. Oh,
and
yeah.
the guy was actually 95 and the one dude was 65.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's all up here. Yes, you're going to encounter things as you get older, sure. But how you approach those setbacks or changes, that's up to you. Be a good stubborn Dutchman in the sense of not stubborn in that sense, I guess. I mean, embrace it. And then make it yours. That's what I'm going to do. If the doctor says to me, well, Doc, now it's time for bifocals, I'm going to get the hippest pair of bifocals I can find.
And what's that going to look like?
Well, I don't know.
I think there's something about having a place in life as an older person. Because a lot of people, particularly women I meet, they'll be talking about how, I hit 35 and, I didn't know what to do with myself anymore.
Yeah,
it's like life changed for them.
Yeah.
And I think people need to learn that there is a place for every phase of life, because I meet some people in their 40s, in their 50s, 60s, 90s, like there's a different role that they assume, and I think it only gets hard for people if they try to cling to one role when they've switched into a different pillar,
I agree. In fact,
I want to try to age gracefully. I want to be. I want to be that. I want to get wiser.
Well, here's the question for what mentally, if you wake up in the morning now and you start seeing all these gray hairs in your beard.
They're already started.
Well, I know, but okay. So when you first noticed that, what went through your mind? Were you leaving them. Yeah, but were you like, oh man, I'm getting old?
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I also have an older buddy who dyes his beard. He's in his 60s and he dyes his beard. It should be like a gray, kind of like that.
Yeah.
But he dyes it and it looks silly. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking, what are you doing, buddy? You gotta just let it go. And I keep thinking, I'm 30. How old am I, Doug? 34. I'm 30. I stopped counting. I guess you stop counting. That's an old man thing.
Yeah, it is an old man thing.
But I'm 34. And I think when this goes gray, I'm leaving it.
Well, sure.
I think I'm never going to dye it.
Yeah. No, you start dyeing your beard, I'm going to say something to you. What the heck are you doing? You dumb bunny. Yeah. Listen, people, I know that we have older, more mature people out there that watch our YouTube channel.
They're seasoned.
Well seasoned. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this topic. Aging gracefully, or was it a huge stump? Was there something that was like a hurdle for you when the doctor said, "Well, now it's time for bifocals"? How did you approach that? Give us the knowledge of someone that's older for us younger people that are moving towards that.
I want more older people to like it, because like I said, I think there's a place for all these people out there. They got experience and wisdom that, younger people don't have yet. And, younger people are always looking for answers for everything. And if there were, older people around that say, hey, I've been there, I've done that, I could teach you about it. The wise old sage up on the hill.
Yep.
You got your leaning post when things get hard.
Yeah.
And, I think people should do that.
I agree.
I want to be a sagely mystic when I'm old.
I think you're getting there, buddy.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get up 3 times in the middle of the night to pee.
Well, bad.
I ain't there yet. but I guess it's coming.
It's coming for you.
Hey, people, let us know what you think.
Are you
going
gonna call me up one day like, hey, Chris, it happened?
I'm just gonna text you.
You wet the bed?
I'm just gonna text you the number, like
and then
3,
you know,
and you will know what that means. Nothing else.
Does that make old best friends look like mathematicians? Their text messages like 3, 7, 4, 9, 12. One,
it's
buddy,
some
one.
secret code or something. Yep. Let us know, people, and Godfadam, keep these questions coming. Kevin, I hope that you can get through this stage and this transition in your life easily, and you do it with grace.
And don't dye that beard.
No, don't dye that beard, Kevin. Don't do that. That looks dumb. All right, Booba.
Well, I'm sure we could go on with this one for weeks, but we're gonna let it lay where it is. So
that's right.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
You heard it from the Dutchman.
Oh yeah.
And until next time.
Huh? What?
See, I'm getting it all backwards.
Well, you're
now.
getting old.
I'm remembering wrong. I guess so.
Aye.
All right, Mock Scoot.
If you have a question, you have to email us at busterpa@yahoo.com.